Hello, everyone. Welcome to Flight Failures. If you're fascinated by aviation and want to explore the lessons learned from some air disasters with us, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. On November 12, 2022, the sky above Dallas Executive Airport came alive with frenetic activity. The annual Wings Over Dallas Air show attracted large crowds, with spectators of all ages ready to witness breathtaking aerial shows. Among the participants, 5 bombers and 3 fighters, was a particularly notable formation that included the P-63 fighter and the B-17 bomber. Craig Houghton, the pilot of the P-63, was an experienced aviator with over 35,000 flight hours. Lynn Root, at the controls of the B-17, was no different, boasting almost 30,000 hours. The crews of both planes prepared with enthusiasm, unaware that their routine would go down in history for tragic reasons. The air show plan was bold. The fighters, led by the P-63, were scheduled to fly over the bombers at a highlight of the demonstration. However, despite the clarity of the intentions, the practical implementation hid significant complications, which soon proved fatal. Before the start of the performance, the air boss, a veteran of air show organizations with decades of experience, coordinated the air traffic. That day, his skill was tested not only by the aircraft participating in the show, but also by other small flights, such as that of a PT-7 Stearman engaged in scenic flights. This overlap exponentially increased the complexity of airspace management. Communication between the air boss and the pilots, crucial for safety, was fragmented. During a critical moment, the air boss issued rapid and unclear instructions. Fighter, approach the B-17, follow the bombers in a right turn, and then return to the left at the 500-foot line. Craig, at the controls of P-63, received directives while trying to keep the formation tight. Tension grew as the two groups of aircraft began the decisive maneuver. The fighters will pass the bombers first on the 1,000-foot line, the air boss announced, attempting to orchestrate the sequence from the ground. However, accurately assessing the relative position of the aircraft from the ground was virtually impossible. In an attempt to position themselves as directed, the P-63 and B-17 ended up on converging trajectories. Without sufficient time to course correct, the two planes collided devastatingly in the air, shattering the silence with the horror of their impact. The collision not only cost the lives of all the crews involved, but profoundly shook the entire aviation community. The investigation that followed the disaster revealed a series of serious communication and coordination failures. A normalization of deviance was identified, a dangerous practice in which unsafe procedures become acceptable if they do not immediately cause negative consequences. This phenomenon had undoubtedly contributed to the tragedy. The disaster painfully demonstrated that experience, however vast, is not enough without a clear plan and effective communications. It came to light that, despite the air show's seemingly well-oiled routine, there were significant gaps in the safety protocols and management of the situation. The tragic lesson of the Dallas disaster was a call to action for the entire air show community. It was clear that the enthusiasm for the show must never overshadow the needs of safety. In response, nationwide protocols were strengthened, with new guidelines for airspace management during similar events, aiming to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. Reflecting on the disaster, the aviation community recognized the need to balance spectacle with prudence, painfully reminded that in the skies, as in life, safety must always come first. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and want to continue discovering more about critical moments in aviation with us here at Flight Failures, make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notifications for all our new content. Don't miss our next episode.